Hello everyone, how are you all? And I am Pabla, your host and host for this channel Travel Proton. And if you're new to this channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. So today's topic is how to start a travel blog. All of us have seen a lot of people who are crazy about traveling and who get paid to travel, who get paid to stay in fancy hotels, and who earn money via traveling. And we also intend to do so, but we are not sure how to proceed about it. And maybe if you are new to travel blogging, or if you have some little bit idea about travel blogging and if you want to explore more in depth, so today's session will be helping you a lot. So stay till the end because I will be sharing a lot of insights on how to start your travel blog, which domain and how should you go ahead and choose your domain, which hosting service provider you should choose, and also why it is really important to have a travel blog to create a travel personal brand for yourself. And also I will show you hands-on by creating a travel blog right now. And apart from that, I'll also show you how can you make money via traveling and having a travel blog. So let's get started, guys. So starting from what exactly is a travel blog and why do you need one? So travel blog is actually, it gives you a way to share your experiences with others who are crazy about traveling as well. And because you have a platform where you can write about your experiences, because if I travel, if Milan travel, and if some other person travels, if let's say all of us are going to Jaipur, but the experience which I will have won't definitely will be the experience of Milan. So from our perspective, it gives us a platform to write down about our travel experiences. And what you can write about as a travel blogger, you can write about your experiences, there are different destinations which you explore, you can write about those. You can write about the food which you had there, if you what are the specialities of the food over there, you can write about the culture. And these are some of the things which you can write about. You can also write about the air, like fares of air travel, fares of train travels, what all the places one person should cover, top 5 beaches for example in Goa, so top destinations of that particular place. So these are some of the ideas which you can think about when you want to start a travel blog. And also when you're starting a travel blog, so you can also select your niche. For example, yeah, so for example you can select your niche as well. uh, let's say there are a lot of some people, what they do is they select only food, and they write about the food of different cities, different states and different countries. Some people select only culture, and that way they are getting into the micro niche of travel. So niche is one of the travels of the whole content writing and content marketing. And apart from that, if you want to go about into more specifics, you can select a micro niche as well. So there are a lot of food vloggers, so they travel around and they taste different foods in different states and of India, and then they tell about the different experiences with that food specially. So you can also select if you're fond of food, or if you're fond of some culture, some dance, different forms of different dresses also. You can, for example, what are the different dresses in different states. So you can select a micro niche as well, and you can start blogging about it. Now, why a travel blog? So, as I was saying initially, a travel blog helps people to know about your travel experiences. And also, writing is a skill. So, we feel that it is difficult to learn to write, but that's not the case. So, for writing, also, you need to begin somewhere. So, for example, if we are choosing any of the careers in marketing, in IT, sales, any of the careers, video, so we have to start somewhere, and the only way to do is to practice. So also having your own blog will give you a chance to practice and learn that writing skills. Now, there are a lot of remote jobs, especially in content writing. There are a lot of remote jobs and there are a lot of part-time jobs which you can apply for and get extra earning. So if you have your own blog, this will be your portfolio, because whenever you are applying somewhere for internship, for some remote jobs or for anything, so people ask for your portfolio. So in case you have not written for any other organizations, you can always mention your blog as your authority and you can share that with the different organizations for giving you a job. Now, there are a lot of ways also. So when you start initially, you won't earn that much with your blog, but as you progress ahead, as a lot of people start noticing you and coming on your website, so in that, like eventually you will start earning as well if you are regularly posting on your blog, if you're following all the practices that are needed for content writing and also content marketing, SEO, then there'll be a lot of traffic. You can also do the advertising on your platform, and you can collaborate with a lot of brands to advertise their products. You can also do affiliate marketing on your website. So these are some of the ways you can start earning from your blog as well. Now, the final and the most important thing is it creates a personal brand for you, because like if you want to be known as a travel vlogger or a travel blogger, so you should have some platform where people can come and see your work. So having social media handles is fine, but what if, for example, there were a lot of TikTokers and suddenly one day TikTok like shut down in India? So all these people, because these social media platforms are not our platforms, might be Facebook, it's can shut down someday. We are not sure what can go wrong, what can go right in future. But if you are having this own blog, so this is your own website and you can maintain it for your lifetime as well. So this is one of the positive points for having your own blog. Now, also a lot of us, like travelers, we want to travel in budget, right? And we want our this pricing and budget to be as minimum as possible. So having a travel blog allows you to travel for free sometimes as well. Like a lot of people pay you to stay in their hotels, to review their products that are related to travel, and in return you get to travel for free as well. So that's the best thing a travel blogger can get. All right, so now how to get started with a travel blog. So initially we think a lot and we think it's a very complex process that we will have to go through, but creating your initial blog is very simple. You do not need to have a very fancy looking design. You do not need to have all the functionalities in place, but a minimum viable blog with the basic functionalities and a good content. So you as it is a saying that content is the king. So because people will come to your blog if they love your content, if they see your content, and if they find that you're writing about a lot of amazing things which are not mentioned anywhere else on the net, or even your creativity while you're writing, your thinking process, your designing the whole blog post. So if you're good at that, and that will eventually come from practice as well. So don't think that it's a complex process, just start. And once you start getting traction, once people start noticing, then you can keep learning side by side and you can keep iterating your blog. So you can get more functionalities in it, and you can also change the design and all these things. Now I would like to ask, what is stopping you? So most of the times it is our thinking that because as it is said that once you start, half of the work is done. The most difficult thing is to start somewhere. So once you start, the things will get easier on by themselves. So now, where can you start blogging? Blogging can be started at a lot of places. There are some websites like Blogger, WordPress, Wix, and but I would suggest you to start with the WordPress. So there are two kinds of platforms. One is you can start, you do not have to buy your own domain name and hosting. You can just directly start by going to WordPress and writing over there. Also, you can, there is a platform called Blogger, Medium. There are a lot of content platforms where you can start writing. So that is okay. Because doing something is better than doing nothing. But eventually, for the long run, it is really important to have your own website, have your own domain name, host it somewhere, because that will be your digital property. And the best part about digital properties like a YouTube channel or maybe a website is that you do not, a lot of times, like if you post one video, and a lot of people will keep on coming over there. You do not have to work all the time like we do in our jobs. So, but we do not have to do it all the time in this videos, and obviously there is a lot of hard work that is involved. You have to keep it updating every week. You have to create one post or two posts every week on the YouTube as well, on this blog. But a lot of people start noticing you, and it's a digital property that you are creating. So more the digital properties you will have, more you can sort your life in future. So this is one thing. So I will suggest you to start with WordPress, because a lot of people are confused between WordPress and Wix. But WordPress is a open source platform. That means it's a public platform and anyone can access that. You don't have to pay for it. And being an open source platform, there are a lot of themes that are already being designed. So when you are starting your blog, you don't have to design a theme by yourself. There are already themes that are designed. You can just go and select one of those themes, and you are just good to go. You just have to edit the content over there. Now, next is there are a lot of plugins. So for example, if we see some fancy websites, so not a lot of fancy websites also nowadays are created on WordPress, because they have a lot of plugins, and these plugins can be customized as well. So these plugins add functionalities, like these plugins are for Google Analytics, for Google Search Console, then for adding the forms on your website. So there are a lot of functionalities which these plugins provide. And the best part is it can be modified easily. For example, you can do a lot of testing over there on your website, and you can modify it on a later stage as well. Now, how to select a domain name? So for selecting a domain name, you have to keep in mind that domain name cannot be changed anytime in future. So you have to be very careful when you are selecting your domain name. The domain name should be 10 to 12 characters of long. It should be maximum 2 words. Because a lot of times if it's really long, it's difficult to pronounce. So it should be easy to pronounce and remember. And try to get the .com version, because if you are getting .in version, you might lose a lot of traffic when you have a lot of traffic coming into your website. So try to get the .com version. It is SEO friendly as well. And also try to there are a lot of ways on which how you can get your travel blog name. So you can combine your name with the travel, like for example, Dan Flying Solo is one of those names. Lily's Travel Plans is one of those names. You can either create a blog using your own name, like Ankit Bhatia is a travel vlogger. He has his own name YouTube channel. And you can also create some of the blog names via combining the traveling words with whatever is close to your heart. For example, my channel Travel Proton, so it's travel and positivity, so it's Travel Proton. So now there are a lot of domain name providers. From these domain name providers, you can get your domain names. So some of these name providers are name.com, namecheap.com, GoDaddy. There are a lot of them, but namecheap.com and name.com, they are quite budget friendly. So you can go ahead and select these, and you can get your domain names from here. Now, why is domain name essential? As initially I told you, it looks professional, and you don't want to see your website as travelproton.wordpress.com. So it looks really professional to have your own domain name, and it gives you a domain authority while you are doing the SEO as well. So it's not possible to do the SEO on travelproton.wordpress.com. But if I am trying to grow more, it's really easy to do SEO on travelproton.com. Now, once you get the domain name, now you have to get it hosted somewhere. That means you need to have a space, a server where your domain can be hosted. So there are a lot of hosting companies that provides you with the shared hosting as well, and you can get your hosting over there. So there are a lot of companies. So shared hosting, initially it's good to go with shared hosting because it's again budget friendly, and shared hosting is like a shared room when you are like studying or when you are doing your job. So you share your room with other people, so you have to pay just for your own part. So similarly is the shared hosting. So you share that space of the server with a lot of other people on the cloud. So that is how shared hosting works. Now, these are some of the hosting providers: Hostinger, Bluehost, SiteGround, GoDaddy, and BigRock. So Hostinger is one of the main, like it's a good hosting provider, and that's a budget friendly as well. So I have my site hosted there. So you can also go ahead and look for any of these, but all these are good hosting providers. So if you ask me, WPX Hosting, Hostinger, and Bluehost and SiteGround, they are already, like all of them are really good. So you can select any of these. Now, once you start with the hosting provider and you have connected your website, the next part is the plugins. So there are a lot of these plugins which are essential, like Kismet plugin or all-in-one SEO pack, CSS and JavaScript toolbox. So it gives you a place to enter the JavaScript code. Mashare is a social plugin which helps you so you must have seen all those things like Facebook share, like in the blog post it's written share on your Facebook, share on your Twitter, share on Insta. So Mashare is one of the social share plugins. W3 Total Cache, this is a plugin which will help you to speed up your WordPress blog by caching the data. And WP Time Capsule, it helps you in creating a backups of your whole data, which are really essential if in any case if you if your website is not working properly or something, you can at least get the backup of your data. Now SSL is really important because it provides you a security layer to your website. So if you have SSL, really simple SSL plugin helps you to get the integration done for that. And having these forms on your website will help you to get the emails of the people. So some of these forms are Ninja Forms, Gravity Forms, Contact Form 7. So these are some of the forms.
We go and buy the domain, we start posting. So how does it work when, we get a ranking? We get a ranking on Google.
So for that, you have to do SEO. So what you have to do is initially you will have to set up the Google Search Console. You'll have to add your blog over there and the blog post as well. You have to get it indexed. And sometimes Google indexes it by themselves, but sometimes it doesn't. So you have to do that also. And once you do that, you have to, I told you about the SEO plugins, right? All-in-one SEO and Yoast SEO. So using that, you can create SEO friendly posts. So again, whole SEO is a very huge topic to cover in itself, but you have to create SEO friendly post. You have to do keyword research and you have to select some keywords and you have to enter those keywords in your post. You have to create backlinks as well. So what Google does is it gives you a authority. So domain authority. So how this Google defines authority is that once like for example, if you are creating one blog post linking it to another one, and if one of these blogs are say generating a lot of traffic, so you link it to the other one, so it will crawl through that link to another blog post as well. And similarly, the more number of people are talking about you on the net, and the more number of backlinks you have from other people as well as from your own site, the more authority your content will have. And more and also, if for example, if you're taking some of the keywords like travel journey and some other keywords, so the more number of searches are there on your website, the more people are staying on your like reading your content and staying more on your website. The amount of time also they spend on your website, these are the different parameters through which Google defines your Google like domain authority. And the people who are having higher domain authority, they rank easier for their blog posts. So these are some of the concepts.
And how do we monetize the blog then? How do we monetize? So I start posting, but what is the point where I'll be earning out of it?
Okay, so see, depends. Again, with the vlog as well as, so for example, vlog has this 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 minute watch time for YouTube. But for your blog, it's nothing like that. It's again depends on your skills. First of all, there's no limit as such. The best way to start earning is to start doing affiliate marketing. So again, if you have around 1,000 people or more, some people coming on your website and they start noticing whatever you're putting, so add some of the products which you can sell on your, for example, you can add these hosting providers, you can add some of the Amazon products that are available for travel on your website, and if these people purchase those products, so you will be getting some of this commission sort of. So that is how you can start earning from your website. Also, if there are a lot of people already coming on your website, you can go to brands and you can tell them, see that I have around 25,000 people who are coming monthly on your website. So what, let's do one thing. I will do a video or a blog about your maybe a hotel or your tourist destination, anything, and you can post about him and you can earn money from that person. So you can do a lot of collaborations with brands as well. So it's not that difficult. It's just you have to start somewhere, and when you will start, if you have any difficulties, you can comment on the video and I'll try to help you out. And also you can connect me on Instagram at travelproton_vlog, and you can connect me on Facebook on travelproton, and you can ask me any of the queries. And I am sure you must have learned something from today's video. And thank you guys for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe and like if you have liked the video, and keep watching and guys, keep traveling, be safe, and let's explore the world together. So guys, do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. See you in the next episode. Bye bye for today.